Yes, guys, welcome from me, Social Manager 0102. You've already gathered, no intro, no outro. This is a requested video from Mike Evangelou. And also, hopefully, this will also support other people. You can see what it says in the title right there. This is installing an old update. Now, Mike asked me a couple of days ago about installing the 0405 update. Now, it was easy for me to explain it because I know what I'm talking about, but sometimes I can come over a little bit too jumbled up. So I'll go from the very, very start. If you've downloaded an update that you want to implement, and that we're going to take Mike's 0405 one as a good example, I'll show you from step one. First things first then, install CM. Now you should have downloaded the ISO, which is right here. Failing that, you've probably got the CD, if you've still got a CD drive on your device, which is highly fucking unlikely. Install CM. This is a very, very first step. And I'll try and do this as quick as I can to save me waffling on over old ground shit that you already know. This is just personal preference when I put installs on. There are various connected videos to this, like multiple installations, and that sort of stuff. So at any point, if I've gone past something and I've not explained it, there is going to be a reason. Just pop a question in the comments box and I'll do that for you. Okay, so step one complete. We have installed CM0102. Step two is to put in the official CM 3.968 patch. That is very, very important. You'd have downloaded that somewhere, or you need to have downloaded that somewhere. So the official 3.968, this is so fucking important. Now, I'm sure some of you already thought it. You're taking the piss out my desktop. That is the legendary Norman Wisdom. Before any smart ass says, who the fuck's that? Okay, so that's all that. That's the 3.968 patch done and dusted. Now, at this stage, so step 3, you've already downloaded whichever update it is you want. Whether it be 0405, etc, etc, etc. And here we are, September 05. When you download it, it will always download in zip file format, and then you just need to self-extract it. Now, in this file here that's just extracted, highlight everything in there. Make sure you highlight every single icon and copy it. Once you've copied it, go to your CM folder. Now, if you have got multiple installations, like I have, ensure you're going to the correct one. I know the top one's the correct one because I haven't renamed it. So, go into your data file, and right-click and paste. Now, that will paste, overriding all the files. Now, that is the 05 data, basically. The 05, is it 05, 06 or something like that? So, that is that. So, theoretically, you are ready to go. However, Mike Evangelou did ask me, he said he wanted this, but he wanted it with the Nix Patcher, so we can apply a few other tweaks. So what we'll do is we'll go and get that very, very quickly. Nix Patcher, so what we'll do is we'll get Nix Patcher, the latest version, which is this version here, version 2.25. Okay, that's already run as an administrator. So we're going to run the patcher. And again, if you've got multiple installations, very, very important that you navigate to the correct CM that you want to alter. So click on Browse. Okay, and just be 100% sure. Okay. Okay. Do you want us to make any? Right. Okay. No. Fuck them. Okay. So, Mike, I didn't ask you what currency inflation you wanted, if you wanted any. I know we spoke about the starting year. Mike wants an 05 starting year. We'll leave the currency inflation as it is, so there's no enhancement. We'll put the speed up. He wants coloured attributes. He wants 7 substitutes. 7 show star players. Obtain jobs easier abroad. We'll put that in. The hidden attributes. I don't know if you want that, but we're going to put that in anyway. Enable your potential to grow. We don't want to do any of this sort of stuff, the update names and transfers, because he hasn't actually specified if he wants that. Remove the non-EU bullshit. So we'll get rid of that and disable all that contract shit. I know you specifically said you didn't want that. We'll get rid of all that shit. Okay. So, That is all your standard Nix patcher. So what we're going to do is we're going to apply them. We're not going to make a restore point just yet. So we'll apply all what Mike has requested. I mean, some of that, I don't know if he's... Well, there you go, that's all done. Okay, now there's another thing he requested. Very, very important, and that is for the EEC patcher. So let's go to the EEC patcher and make sure that everybody is non-EU. There you go, that is done. Okay, and now before we go any further, let's just go to a few MISC patches within the Nix patcher. Again, just to pre-warn you, unless you're very familiar with the MISC patcher, don't go to it. You go to it at your own risk, and as Nick categorically specifies, you are on your own. Now, what else was it you said? You said you wanted human manager attributes, didn't you? If I remember rightly. There you go, human manager attributes. There you go. So let's just apply that. What else was it you said that you wanted? Don't know if you want that. The uncap. Uncapping of 20. We'll apply that. That's that done. Sometimes it's better to do the MISC patches exactly like I'm doing and do one at a time. Sometimes it is a little bit easier. Okay, finances. See all team finances. That's that done. Okay. We could do 9 subs actually. I know you said you wanted 7, Mike, but we could actually do 9 if you wanted. I'll leave that. All available jobs in one place. I'll put that on. I don't really want to do too much more because what you've got to be careful of, right, guys, is when you're applying a MISC patch with something not current update, you've got to be careful of conflicts. You've got to be careful of conflicts. These little ones here, they can all be done. Give more options in, yep. Half signing on fee, we'll get rid of that. We'll do that shit for you as well. Human attributes we've done. Ignore player histories. That will make your game go quicker. Definitely think it's worth it. And hopefully, that is it. Let's just make sure we've got everything else that we need. I think we've got everything we need. I don't think you need anything else. None of this 2021 stuff, that's for definite. Might as well have that one there. Ah, that was what you wanted, weren't it? Yeah, shit. So what this patch is, you know when you've all gone for it, where you've bid for a player, you've had it accepted, you've offered him squad rotation because that's what he wants, and then next thing it says he's not interested in squad rotation. You go back and you can't offer something different for 2 weeks. But this little gem of a patch here makes it that you don't have to wait 2 weeks. So that's the last one we'll put in, and we'll apply that. Okay, that is it. That is done. Now let's fire up the game. Let's fire up the game. But before we do fire up the game, before the very quick thing, what we're going to do really quickly, and this is really important that you do this before you fire up the game for the first time, if this is of any interest for you. September 2005, that's when you're having multiple installations. That's how you do multiple installations. You rename it before you run the game for the first time. If you've already run the game, it ain't going to work. Okay? So that's that. I hope this works, by the way. Runners, Windows 95, runners administrator, really important that you do all that sort of shit. Now, of course, one other thing, real quickly, about multiple installations, is that if you are going to have multiple installations like myself, when you want to play whichever database you want to play, you've got to go to it, navigate to it manually. So you've got to go to the folder and run it. You can't have it on the desktop. A lot of people say, well, I use a starter kit, which is absolutely fine. Starter kit is a John Bett starter kit, great piece of work. It's not something that I like to use. I prefer to have proper installations, just from a personal perspective. Okay, now the first time you fire this up, when you've sometimes you may have to do what I just did on the properties. You sometimes got to do that twice. Okay, but I haven't had to. Okay, here we go. Now this is the first time I'm firing this install up, so it is going to be in full screen. We are going to come out of full screen in a moment because I don't really play full screen. We'll put it into minimum database, just for the benefit of quickness. And I've got to be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I fucking played the 05 database. So we'll just fire this game up and we'll have a quick gander. We've only put it on a minimum database, let me remind you guys. You'd obviously do a maximum database, and you'd obviously also have more than just the English League set up. You can see I've cancelled out the history. So Mike, histories, you're not having any histories. Okay, let's just choose Arsenal for the sake of it. And let's have a look at Arsenal's squad. So we've got Thierry Henry. I mean, I can't remember who was about. Now, what we need is we need to see somebody who is a non-EC to ensure that they are a non-EC. Sol Campbell. Okay, Van Persie. There, look at that. A very young Robin Van Persie there. Fucking hell. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. 35. Fuck me. So I've removed all the histories for every player. Heleb, he was a non-EU, weren't he? Yeah, he was a non-EU. Let's have a look now then. Man United. Roy Keane. David Bellion, fuck me. Ryan Giggs. He seemed to go on for ages, didn't he? Forever. Van Nistelrooy. Wayne Rooney. Where's Rio Ferdinand? He'll be around here somewhere, won't he? There he is, Rio. Okay. Let's have a look. I just thought, I don't know if he's on it. I don't know if he's... Oh, he is there. There. Oh, he's at Man United. Prick. Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So that is the 05. That is how to implement an old database. Whichever database it's going to be, whichever database it is you want to do, that is how you do it. So once you've downloaded your database, because remember, you need the game, you need the ISO. That is really important. What I'm going to do very, very quickly, I'm going to move this quickly and put this safe in case I ever need it again. Shit. Fuck it, I'll stick it here. So if you've got, like for example, I've got the ODB files over here. Oh, that's where I should have put it, weren't it? Fucking idiot. So I've got the April 2023, I've got the October 2022, I've got the ODB, and that is what... But not everybody wants a Nix patcher. Now, if you don't want a Nix patcher where you put the attributes, the coloured attributes, the speed, and those other tweaks, then you don't need to do... that. But for any update, you do still need the 3.968. So it's very, very important that you install the game, so from the ISO. For those of you that don't know what the ISO is, that is a virtual drive, Windows 8 and above. You double click it, and it's as if it creates a virtual drive, as you can see right there. Drive E. I haven't got any drives on this device, but it creates a virtual one. And if you want to take it out, then you can just right click it and eject, or you can just mount it, double click it, mount it, the same thing. Burn it if you want to make the disc, if you've got a DVD writer, if they still exist. So yeah, so any database that you want, just download it and then follow the same steps. It's very, very straightforward. And as I said, Mike, let me know if you want me to do this for you, if you want me to just send you what I've just done, blah, blah, blah. If there's anything else you want adding to it, remember there are tweaks on Nixpatcher. I like a lot of the tweaks. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody at all. That's it from me, and guys, till next time, take it easy.